Good morning, happy Saturday, everyone. So this is one of those instances where my low and my high are very much intertwined. Because my low is I slept in when I was not supposed to. Or I shouldn't have slept in. However, I completely brought that upon myself because of my high, which was last night I went to a party and I stayed ridiculously late for me. So full disclosure, last night was awesome. Oh, right, my act of kindness was I made guacamole and chips. Oh, I didn't make the chips. I made the guacamole though, and brought that to the party. And I wound up staying till it was after midnight when I got. It was like midnight when I got here. It was totally midnight when I got back home. And for all intents and purposes, like, I legitimately thought, maybe I could do this video in my car, because I gotta be at work in a little while. But then, like, it's cold out. And I don't want to do that. I like being inside where it's warm. So the moral of the story is totally worth it. Okay. So here's the thing. When I first started making videos years ago, foremost it really was to become more active and involved on social media, which it has. And I mean, I know people say that, oh, the internet's a dangerous place. There are some bad people out there. Yes, those things are true. But A, I know for a fact I'm not one of those bad people. And B, whether that's the case or not, that really should just give anyone the incentive to try and be better. So that's why when people ever see me out and about, what you see on camera for the most part is exactly what you're gonna get. I mean, I say for the most part because, lots of things can happen from the moment I stop recording to, the instant that I see somebody. It's quite possible I could run into a lot of factors that could inquire that I have a bad day, and I run into someone who knows me, and they can sense that I'm having a bad day, and they probably want nothing to do with me. That happens. Again, I can't predict that sort of thing. Stuff like that just happens. But another reason why I did videos was because I kind of wanted people to sort of, see me, because for the most part, growing up, I was pretty sheltered. I never really got, do you guys know at this point, I only had one girlfriend ever, and that lasted 3 weeks. And I certainly never got invited to, any parties. So last night I'm trying to think of the right word. It was vindication. It was vindication that, all the hard work and things I've been doing to try and be, listen, it probably isn't going to come across as being selfish. I swear that's not the case. Because whether I be making videos or not, the two things that I always have going for me is I'm always on time to everything I do, usually even too early. And I always know to treat others with respect. Doing my videos was a way to showcase that, yes, I am capable of doing that. And last night, again, was vindication for all the hard work I've been doing, because I was invited to my first ugly sweater party. And I don't have a single ugly sweater to my name. But I went anyway, because A, it was nice to be invited. B, the people who invited me are some of the nicest people you will ever meet anywhere. And C, come on, man, it's a Christmas party. Actually, it was a it was a Christmas party, but it was a ugly sweater charcuterie board party. Hence why I made the chips and guacamole. But Nick, chips and guacamole aren't a charcuterie. That's because that's why I put I brought like a little platter that I borrowed from my mom. I actually have to return it a little bit later. So what I did was I hold on. There we go. So whenever I make my guacamole, this is usually the bowl that I serve it in. It actually takes me about, see what I do is I make, I put the avocados in one bowl, put everything else I'm going to put in another bowl, and then I mix everything in this bowl. So that's what it is. Oh, piece of dust in there. Luckily I got this cleaned before. That was actually another reason why I stayed as late as I did, because I really need to make sure that what I brought, I take home with me. Especially this, because this is not mine. This is actually my mom's. So what I did was, obviously this is my plate, and I just put the guacamole about, center, and I put chips on either side. That's how it works. Wow, this is actually quite, wow, even there's nothing in the bowl or on the plate, but this actually looks kind of elegant. It's kind of cool. I like that. Let's do stuff like this more often. Okay, I'll put it away now. Actually. Had to put it by my door. Well, the platter I had to put by my door. See, a rule of thumb I have, if I'm gonna take stuff anywhere before I go anywhere, is if there's an important item that I absolutely need to take with me to go anywhere, I always leave it right by my door. That way I know I need to grab it before I leave. So I mentioned I don't have an ugly sweater in my name. Hold on. This is my ugly sweater. And it's not remotely ugly. But you'll notice it's cashmere. It feels so nice. I'm actually gonna probably wear this again, even though. Okay, so I mentioned that my low is I slept in, right? My other low is I totally accidentally got a stain on this shirt. And by the way, I want to make one thing clear. It wasn't like, I was eating and it fell off and then it fell on my shirt. No, what happened was I was dragging my fork on the plate I was holding, and it flinged the piece of food that was on my plate on my shirt and then fell back on the floor. And then what happened was, obviously I feel that happening, and I'm just like, I'm like slowly looking down to see what the damage was. I mean, it's not too bad. From here you can't even see there's a stain on it. But I'm like, oh. Seriously, I'm kicking myself that it happened. I really am. Okay, I'll put this away. So I had a blast. Like everybody who came brought like some sort of like charcuterie board. Some people brought like a whole bunch of Christmassy items that you get from the store and arrange them into a board. Other people made like homemade things. A friend of mine actually brought like a charcuterie board that was shaped in like a Christmas tree. That was pretty cool. What else is there? It's actually funny. I live in what's called Wegmans territory, because like the first Wegmans was found in upstate New York. I think the one in Corning is the first one, or one of them, and like it was because I go to Wegmans every so often, and I'll see stuff for like charcuterie. It was very clear that a bunch of people who really went all out really went to Wegmans for their stuff, which is fine. I mean, full stop. Every time I make my guacamole, all of my items that used to make my guacamole, I get from Wegmans. Specifically, I go to the one in Corning for that. For me, it's because it's getting the cilantro. Like, if you go to the anyone in the 607, I want you to help me confirm this. If you try getting cilantro from the, bunches of cilantro, like, you go to the produce aisle and, you see where the herbs are, and the herbs are in, bunches that are, wrapped together, as opposed to, those small individual herb things that are in, the plastic box. You go to, where the herbs are that are wrapped together, and you'll notice, the cilantro ones are much smaller and more easy to handle than the ones in Elmira. Not that the one in Elmira is bad, but the cilantro bunches there are ridiculously big for what I need to use. I have to trim off a huge amount of cilantro stems just to make my guacamole. Speaking of my guacamole, I actually realized this last night as I was getting ready for bed. I may very well have brought the one and only vegan board. I'm being serious. To make my guacamole, it's avocados, salt, lime, onions, some sort of chili pepper. I use jalapenos because they're much more substantial, especially if you're making guacamole for a party. Cilantro, tomato, and garlic. And I need to look at the brand of chips, because I get the Wegmans tortilla chips that come with a hint of lime. With the exception of maybe the chips, I'm telling you, I think I brought the only vegan board. I think so. In fact, I need to look at it. Yeah, I think I brought the only vegan charcuterie. I brought the only vegan board to the party. And also, I probably bought the one item that... Okay, so obviously charcuterie board is literally meat, cheese, some sort of starch like bread or crackers or something. Guacamole is almost none of those things. Again, without the chips, it really is none of those things. Yet, having guacamole on hand really cut through a lot of what I ate. And I ate a lot at that party. Everyone did. Seriously, there was so much food at this party. And I'm not even including the fact that the host of the party, who are awesome, thank you for having me, had 3 crock pots, one full of mini cocktail weenies, one full of buffalo chicken wing dip, and another like mini meatballs. And they got like 2 sheet pizzas from Pudgy's, 1 pepperoni and 1 half cheese, half what I believe was mushroom and sausage, which is a combination of pizza toppings I never thought I had, but it works. Last night was just awesome. And there was a table for making cocktail drinks. I have what's called the Mistletoe Temple, which is vanilla vodka, grenadine, and Sprite with a candy rim. It was really good. I mean, again, my rule of thumb, I only have one, and I did. It's not even like it was even that big a drink, too. It was just like yay big. And considering all the food I ate, that little amount of vodka is not going to do anything to me. But it was just a lot of fun. You know, it was totally worth staying until like 10 of midnight, knowing I have to work this morning. Speaking of which, I should probably get ready to go right now. But overall, I had a blast. To the host and hostess of the party, thank you. Also, I hope you enjoy the other gifts that I gave you. Actually, that was another cool thing too, because there's a bunch of people that I made pickles for the holiday season, and quite a few of them just happened to be at this party. So that was extremely convenient for me. I have other jars of pickles to give out, and thankfully I'm going to Sparkle later tonight, and I'll be able to get the jars of pickles to those people then. But overall, I had a lot of fun. And here's to hoping that I see everybody again soon. I kind of alluded to this way back in the beginning of this year, but not to lead the witness. My goal at the end of last year was to not be alone on New Year's Eve. Just saying. Yeah, I should probably get on the getting to work. I hope you like this video. If you like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel on social media. For the second I thought I forgot my chain. Hold on. I know I really don't have time for this, but there wasn't an NFL game tonight on, was there? I mean, I don't think so. In fact, I already have my picks written out for, Okay, no, okay. Sorry, I thought there might be some sort of NFL game on tonight. That's why I panicked, because I'm not wearing my jersey. Oh no, it's not. I mean, it's fine. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel on social media. As always, I'm very humble. This video for you guys watching the show. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. To the people at the party, especially the ones I give jars of pickles to. First of all, I hope you were able to leave with your jars of pickles. Unfortunately, there was one woman who was there who was actually her birthday earlier this week. I actually got her 2 jars, one for her birthday, one for Christmas. And she left, but her husband stayed later. I hope her husband was able to grab them. Hopefully. Happy birthday, by the way. And remember, the thing is, want to talk jokes with you, let me back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.